Yesterday, we have had a nice meditation and we all felt the cool breeze of the Holy Ghost. And I told you that we have to understand that this is the greatest moment in the history while you are born, and you are doing the highest work that is of God here. And you are specially chosen for it, and how you must know that you are a saint. Apart from this, all the blessings that you have, you also get lost sometimes in your blessings and start behaving in a manner which doesn't behove a saintly person. Now, after so many years, I agreed to have Ekadasha Rudra Puja, which was a dangerous thing to do, because I know still so many Sahaja-yogis are half-baked. Some are just taking advantage of Sahaja Yoga and making money out of it, or getting some power out of it, or fame or something. So this was let loose now, this power. And it's a very, very dangerous power in a way. And you have to be very careful. It, of course, protects you from the people who attack you and try to destroy you from all negativity. It wants to work out all kinds of protection that is possible for you. But if you start misbehaving, also it can act upon you. I'll give you a story about something happened very recently in India. One Sahaja-yogi went to another Sahaja-yogi's place who had lots of jackfruits in her garden. And she said, "Why don't you give me one jackfruit, because I want to make some vegetable out of it." So she said, "Not today, I'll give you some other day. I don't want to give you today." That's all. And she had lots of jackfruits. So the Sahaja-yogi felt bad that, you see, she just wanted to make some vegetables for some nice people coming to her house. Cost you nothing in the market, just she liked the jackfruit, so she said, "Can I have one jackfruit?" Next day, there was a very big wind. A kind of a typhoon came, only in her garden, nowhere else. And all her jackfruits fell down, also the tree fell down. And she didn't know what to do. So she came back and she said to this another Sahaja-yogini, "I'm sorry, I've said these things, that is what has happened. Now you please save me from another disaster, because I've been rather selfish towards myself." She said, "No, I never said anything to Mother. I never told her. I just came back home. I forgot everything. I never told anything to Mother. I never carried any malice in my mind. I was absolutely very forgiving." How it has happened? This has happened after the Ekadasha Rudra Puja. And she was worried that all her garden will be swept away one day. So she wrote a letter to me saying, "Mother, this is what has happened. I have done it because I have these bad habits from my past life. And I tried to save one jackfruit. And then she had to give it away to beggars, to servants. Nobody would buy those jackfruits from her. And then she lost all her money, she lost everything." I know it is rather dangerous. But how to destroy the negativity? And today I find the negativity is also hurting Sahaja Yoga, very much, and Sahaja-yogis, through a very subtle method. As you must have heard about Australia, what has happened. One lady who was sent from her husband to Australia to get corrected. So there's another one who is a wife of someone. She's very conscious of her wifeness. She got hold of this negative woman and created a group of negative such women. And all the vibrations of Sahaja Yoga were finished there. On my birthday, not one person sent me even a flower from Australia. They did my puja, all right. That ritual they did, puja. But family, she said that we are doing in our own family. Which is your family? The small little family of ashram or your own family? And the whole thing got destroyed. All the vibrations of all the Australians was destroyed. Then I had to call the leader to Bombay. He was so upset with his own vibrations because he started shaking before me, his hand started trembling before me. He said, I'm sensitive. I said, no, this is bhoot, this is not sensitivity. If you get anything, pains or anything like that, that means you are a bhoot, you are not sensitive. Don't be diverted, don't think like that. Don't have wrong ideas about yourself. I said, you sit down before me now. Then I took out the spirits from him. Then he admitted there was an assault of Scottish people on me. Scottish people. Why? Because she went from Scotland. I said, bhoots do not have any nationality, they do not have any caste, they don't have any religion. They are bhoots. So don't call them Scottish. They could be Russians, they could be Italians, they could be Indians, they could be anything. But such a lot of them that the whole of Australia, the whole of New York got caught up. So how the negativity crawls into it, and a person like James, who is a saint, was hurt. Not hurt, but he was absolutely ruined. And he admitted that, Mother, I know what has happened. But I found out his wife, who was guilty. She had a very bad past. Allergic to things, she was all kinds of things she had. I told her that you have to get out of Australia. So the Mahapuja has been postponed in a way. I'll see to it that we do it, but may not be any one of the Sahajogis from that ashram come. And then, to my surprise, all these horrible 6 women who had formed a group with this woman wrote a letter to me that she has uplifted us. And the vibrations were so bad that I just felt the whole vibration started flowing and fighting with them. I couldn't read the letter. And they felt they have been uplifted. So in Sahaja Yoga, you can be misled very much by so many things. But now be careful. Don't try to cheat yourself. You must understand your own value. As I told you yesterday that you are yogis, you are saints. And you should not yield to anything nonsensical and cheapish. Anybody who tries to do all those things, you should tell them we are yogis. As I told you yesterday, that for a person who is a yogi, udara charitanam vasudhaiva kutumbakam. The whole world is his own family. Especially it is very much in Europe, I find, and England and America. The women have become very dominant. And they know how to control men by telling them stories about how to look after the family, how to look after the children, how to do that. Sometimes it's amazing. And you get lost with it. I have seen so many of like that. It has created so many problems. Now I request all the women to behave themselves and understand their wives. And whatever blessings they have got from Sahaja Yoga will be all withdrawn if you start misbehaving. And all kinds of miseries will be upon them, not because of me, but because of Ekadasha Rudra. As you put everything on the booths, let me put it on all the deities. I don't take any responsibility. Because if you are irresponsible, they'll hit you hard. And you will end up with cancer or something very serious, and then don't blame me. This is the situation today. I have known some Sahajoginis who confess to me that they have been doing this, they have been doing that. They have been talking about families, this, that, and they have been hurt. This is to be understood because I think the women in the West do not have intelligence. They are not intelligent. That's a simple equation I've reached. Some have intelligence, and even if they are caught up, they are sensible, if they are intelligent. But the women here are aggressive but not intelligent. An intelligent woman is in India. She sees the point. She knows this Sadi Shakti. If her husband is doing something wrong, she'll just say, I'll fast for 10 days. Will you behave yourself? Or I'll get out of this house if you don't behave yourself. It's the women in India who have made Sahaja Yoga successful in India. The very intelligent women. Here the women lack intelligence because they are so aggressive. They do not see the point. They do not understand who I am. They do not understand what is our work. To them, all nonsensical, stupid things are important. Not all of you, but some of you. And because the intelligence is less, you yield to such women who are stupid. They tell you all kinds of things. They talk well. Here only the women talk, I have seen. Men do not talk. If you see television, only the women are talking, men never talk. A child has died. It is the mother who is talking. I don't know how she can talk when her child is dead. She is the one who will talk, and the father will be unhappy, like a mouse sitting there keeping shut. So many times I have told Sahaja Yogis in England and elsewhere that you are like cabbages. If you behave like this, a day will come when you all will be destroyed by these horrible women. Now women have to understand they are women because they are compassionate. They are forbearing. They are like this Mother Earth. Their ego is so developed. Be careful about it. Why America is finished today? Because of their women. I can give you so many examples of Indian girls who are married here. They brought round their husbands, they put everything right, they have slowly and steadily put them properly into Sahaja Yoga. This is a very common failing of the West. And I don't know what has happened to the men here. They feel so guilty that they must become like slaves. It's the other way around in India, quite a lot in the North India, I should say, that women are very much dominated. We had one Sahaja Yogini, her husband was a Sahaja Yogi, he was a doctor, he got paralysis. When he got paralysis, his wife started earning money. When she started earning money, he felt very humiliated. Then he dominated her much more. She came and told me, it was nice when I was not earning, he was much sweeter to me, now I am earning. And she was giving every single pie to him. Still, he was dominating her all the time. Why you didn't do this? Why you didn't do that? She said, never did that before. As soon as he's all right, I'm going to give up my earnings, she said, because my husband cannot stand my earnings. So I have to request you people, first and foremost thing, all the Sahaja Yoginis must know Sahaja Yoga as well as the men know. Not just smiling and dressing up is important. In Sahaja Yoga you must have the same knowledge as any Sahaja Yogi has. If you have produced children, it doesn't mean that you have achieved something great. Anybody can produce children, dogs, cats, everyone. Also your husbands are responsible partly for it. So nothing you have achieved great by producing children, looking after the children, dominating your husband all the time. How much do you know about Sahaja Yoga? I know some of them do not know what are the chakras on the feet. They don't want to know anything about Sahaja Yoga. Only they want to use Sahaja Yoga sometimes to dominate the husbands. One has to face it up. How much do you know deeply about Sahaja Yoga? Most of you have so many problems within yourselves. Because I have seen some of you, as soon as you put hands towards somebody, you feel, oh, here, I'm touching here, I'm touching. That's the sign of a regular bhoot in you. And I have seen people saying that they are sensitive. It's such a misleading thing. I'm very sensitive, I'm very much higher in Sahaja Yoga. That's not the way you are going to be higher. You have to be absolutely perfect, in perfect health. And perfect knowledge about Sahaja Yoga you should have. How many of you have read Advent? Let us see. How many of you have read full Advent? All right, that's good. How many English girls have read Advent? Honestly. Honestly. That's good. Now, what I'm trying to say, that you have to find out what is Sahaja Yoga. Your guru is a woman. She is the source of all the knowledge. She is the ocean of all the knowledge. And why should you lag behind? In all things you want to be absolutely equal, similar to men, even in dressing up and everything. And what about in knowledge about Sahaja Yoga? How many have given realizations to others? Raise your hands. Only the women I'm interested in. It's good. So, that is what one should be proud of. One should know how much you know Sahaja Yoga, mentally, emotionally. How many of you dominate your husband? Be careful. She is the only honest person, I think. I know all of you who dominate. And try to crush them also sometimes. I am requesting you now, because you are the Shakti, you are the power behind the man. You are the one who are going to make them great. You are the one who are going to build up Sahaja Yoga as a potential energy. You are like this Mother Earth who has to give everything beautiful. All these flowers, from where do they come? All these trees. This Mother Earth looks so simple. But what she gives us, look at that. Look at those beautiful things. So one has to understand that to be a good Sahaja Yogini, first of all, you have to be an excellent wife. And not a dominating wife, pushing yourself forward all the time. I have realized this very much, but now recently I have got 3-4 cases in which I am really shocked the way things are happening. And they can hit at me or hit at the leaders, hit at any. Because it's easy for bhoots to get the women than the men. It's true. When you go too much towards the right, you immediately get caught up on the left because you move like a swing, because naturally you are the left-sided thing. And then the bhoots catch you much more than they catch other people. You'll be amazed that when I see the women who have led a perverted sex life are much worse than men. After marriage, men get cured, women do not. They have mental problems. Because you must know you are the emotions, you are the desires of the whole world. You are so important, without you nothing can start. If I had not come on this earth, put all of them together, right from Sadashiva to Ganesha, they could not have done anything. It's a fact. It's me as a woman, as a mother, as a wife, as the spouse, has achieved this. And that's what, for you it should be the easiest thing to do, because I'm a woman and I've lived like a woman. I've managed so many children all over the world, managed the whole show, managed my family also very well. I balanced it very well. And how it is now proved that a woman can not only be a priest, but she can be the highest guru of gurus. I put all of you on the pedestal now. So I have to tell you that you have to come up and you have to look after your Sahaja. You are very important, because a bad woman and a bad wife is very much more detrimental than a bad man. I have seen now in Australia happening. One woman has ruined the whole of Australia, and one woman can make the whole of Australia a great thing. That's me. I'm very proud to be a woman, and I would hate to be a man. Look at Sri Krishna. He had to marry 16,000 women. He had to marry them. He could not have them as disciples. They were Shaktis, they were his powers, they had to be women, They would have said, already they are saying that he was a ladies' man. But to me, nobody can say that. Because I am a woman and a mother is not challenged. Father is always challenged, not the mother. So many things you can achieve as a woman. For that you have to know few things. How to express your pure love to others. How to express your genuineness to others. How to help your husband in Sahaja Yoga. In the marriage of Sahaja Yoga, you have given a promise to me that you'll work for Sahaja Yoga and you'll help your husband in doing Sahaja Yoga. You'll help your husband when he's looking after other Sahaja Yogis, and you'll look after other Sahaja Yogis who come to your house. You'll make your house a Sahaja Yoga center, receive the people in your house, and will always try to enhance the collectivity. Under these promises, you are married. You are the one who can show that. It's easy for a woman to be short-sighted, conceited, and mean. It takes time for man to be that. But with all these possibilities, even if you have another possibility of men to dominate, then you are neither here nor there. You have no sex then. I don't know what to call them then. You better name it. A person who is neither a woman nor a man. Let us be women and be proud of it. That's how we can make a very good world for everyone. So now coming to the major problems of the world. We have seen that I'm talking about politics quite a lot these days. And maybe one day all of you have to enter into politics when the proper times come. Also, I'm going to see this Mr. Jackson in America. Let's see what works out. Also, as you know, we are working it out in England. I am going to, within 2 years' time, see all these leaders. And we are going to work it out in a way that is sensible, dignified. But it is for you people to show that you are very balanced, good families. Hello? Will you please keep quiet? Who is that? Krishna, your son is very mischievous. Will you please take him away? You must teach them how to behave before mother. You must teach them. One child can spoil all the other children. Be careful. You must smack them sometimes. I think it's necessary. Otherwise, the children can never behave themselves. They need 2 smacking on the left Swadhisthana and they are all right. We have to build up societies and families with proper training, with proper understanding. We have to treat our children also with the same understanding. As I told you, till the age of 5 years, you can smack them. Till the age of 10 years, you should teach them. And after the age of 16 years, they have to be treated just like your friends. But first, if you have missed these 2 points, you can never treat them. They'll sit on your head. This is the problem also of children in this country. But today the problems are much deeper than what we think of. A kind of a negative force, like a Hitler's force, is rising up through women of all the countries. Through women, this horrible Hitler and all his Germans who died are taking birth. They are becoming like, now just like Nazis. So women have to be very careful not to give way. to negative forces that are working within us. They have to be humble, they have to be sweet and sacrificing. Because they have a power to do it. It's only the women who can do it, not the men. Men can't do it. They have other sweetness about them. Men have some other sweetness about them. But the women have that intelligence which can build the whole world into a beautiful world. Now what are you doing? Sit quietly. Will you please sit quietly? Hello? If you can't sit quietly, better go away. Akshay, sit quietly. Yesterday you were not here and they were all very quiet. Now, behave properly. All of you must learn to behave, all right? You must teach your children when you bring them here or bring anywhere that how to behave. You must teach them. You must tell them. Children must learn. Now, so we come to the deeper problems of this world. Is that the mental projection has now shown clearly, be with me, all of you. Try to understand. It's a very deep problem. That if you go to the left or to the right, you jump into the extremes, into the problems, and you create problems. So we have to keep everybody in the center. And to keeping in the center, we have to ascend. Now the problem is that we have many people who have come to Sahaja Yoga. This was never achieved before, never achieved before. For that, the main reason was that it was impossible to penetrate into the minds of the people and tell them what is to be done. Everybody tried their level best. Today only I was discussing Buddha. I said Buddha tried his level best to tell people that they should get out of nonsensical ritualism and get to their salvation. He tried everything. So when he died, they said, all right, he has said not to make any statues, we'll make stupas. So they made stupas. That they started worship. Just the opposite what he said, that just now you get your salvation, your cleansing, introspection, and the middle path. He even went up to the idea that don't have families. If the families means this nonsense, you just take to renunciation within yourself, so that you see all these things. But as usual, as they were, again consolidated into their nonsensical things, they made big stupas and things and worshipped. You see that in the life of Christ. You see that in the life of Mahavira. You see that in the lives of all the great incarnations and prophets, the Islam and everything. Same thing has happened, that they have perverted it. But who has perverted? Who has spoiled? The whole essence of every great incarnation. It was spoiled by the disciples themselves because they were not realized. Now the deep problem I find it is the women who are supposed to be my disciples will be spoiling Sahaja Yoga. Very clearly I can see it now. I can see it so clearly, absolutely clearly. They are going to spoil because they have become very dominating. Because they think they know Sahaja Yoga. Because they think they have become very great. A leader's wife thinks she is the leader herself. If you call somebody that, all right, come and do this much job for me, the wife thinks she has a right on her husband more than mother has. It's the women who are the culprit today, and that's why I want to warn you. Now I have seen it. I can point it out at least 10 women like that who have done it. And now the 11th is just here. This is what it is. And I have to request you to understand that the responsibility will be on you. When it will be written down in history, as Ramayana was written, it was the maid servant of Kaikeyi, the mother, the stepmother of Rama, is the one who is responsible for the whole of thing that happened in Ramayana. But that was to happen. But where is that Manthara today? And where is that Kaikeyi? That Indians do not take their names. They spit if anybody takes that name. To the dogs they have gone. They thought that time they have achieved a lot. This is what I have to tell you. If you want to go like that down in the history, because this is a very precarious time we are facing. We have to be very, very careful about ourselves. What are we up to? What are we doing? I deal with the present moment and the present times. And I don't want to say what will happen to you in future. If you have to go to hell, you can go. I'm not going to say who is going to go to hell and who is going to go to heavens. But it is for you to decide through your introspection to understand what's going to happen. And I have to specially make a very important request to the women that in these modern times, they are the ones who are going to save the world, not the men. They have done their job before. Now it is for you to save, with your understanding, with your compassion, with your sacrifices, with your wisdom. And the innate love, not only your children, your husband, your family, but the whole world. It's a very good opportunity for all of you to do your bit. This has been a tremendous experience with some of the very great Saj Yoginis we have. Some of them have achieved really, as you can say, the constant state of bliss. Really, some of them have. In the constant state of bliss. Even if they are coming, immediately I can feel they are coming. The whole atmosphere waits for them. The whole cosmos just in complete respectful attendance is waiting for their arrival. There are women of that quality. And we have to take them as ideals and not the stupid, useless, vain women. We have to take them as something great. This is what I have to tell you, that the potential within you is very great. Saj Yoga should not be limited to you or to your children. Hello, Anne, will you please now behave or you'll have to go back? So the depth that you have, you touch. The problem of today that the women have lost their values, they have lost their depth. This is the basic problem of today. They have become competitive, money-oriented, success-oriented, all nonsensical things. They are not ascend-oriented. So you have to be very, very careful. Basically, this is the problem you should see, and I would request all the Saj Yogis to be on the watch. The same woman today can be ladder to the heaven or could be a slide down. Somehow they have achieved that kind of a position now that they can dictate. Just like Hitler took only 11 years, I think these women have taken I don't know how many years, but now I see them on the scene. A woman without righteousness, a woman without chastity, a woman without humility is not a woman. Compassion is her decoration. I wish I could write like William Blake. I wish he had written about the women of the West and the beauty that they were. And that they have to achieve. Once the women really know their strength, they will make this world a beautiful one, I know that. But not their weaknesses where they fall at the pattern of men. That's their weakness. So, in this program, we have been able to achieve two things. Yesterday I told you about introspection, and today I have told you where is the problem. Even if you make a big boat, the biggest boat, which is seaworthy, and make a big hole in it, that boat will be sunk. Even if you have the brightest eyes, but a little mole goes into your eyes, you can't see the skies. And in their subtle method, these women have the knack to put that in your eyes. And they have also the knack to open the complete vision of beauty. I am so very happy in India for one reason. Most of the men come and tell me, it's my wife. He brought me to Sahaja Yoga. It is she who exposed me to Sahaja Yoga. It is she who's done so much for me for Sahaja Yoga. And such tremendous respect for the women. Even those who have come here, I have seen some of them, have slowly and steadily brought their husbands to Sahaja Yoga. Of course, Indians also have some horrid women. And when they come abroad, if they are westernized and are exposed to Western life, also they can be very horrid too. But innately, a woman's attitude in India is different, that she has to establish the dharma in her family. She has to establish the beauty of God in her family. She has to give all that is good to her children, all righteousness. She has to be humble. She has not to raise her voice. If she raises her voice, then she spoils her children. She teaches them how to raise the voice. She has to, in a way, obey her husband because children should obey her. But it works. The society is much better there than it is here. So this new also a movement of women's lib and all that is a sign of that secret work that is going on. Because women are left-sided, they are sly, they work it out very cleverly and cunningly. But you all could be like me. You all could achieve all my powers much more than men can achieve if you want to. But you have to get out of your small visions and small ideas. I'm sure it will work out if you take it upon yourself that we all could do what Mother is doing today. First thing, you must learn how to cook well. Don't allow men to do any work in the household. Never. Never allow your husband to do any work in the household. They will just entirely depend on you. Make the best food. Be an expert cook. The husband will be back home. I'm giving you the tricks of the trade. Try to understand your husband like a witness. Sometimes he gets angry for nothing at all and all that. Be a witness to that. He is another child you have. It's a grown-up child, and you have to look after a grown-up child. Be kind and attentive. It is very surprising that you all have not yet learnt those tricks. Perhaps your mothers never told you. I think better send him away. Akshay, just take Akshay out. It's very... these two children are very funny. What's the matter with this one? Also take them away. We are going to be a very ideal race, an ideal family, an ideal everything, no doubt. We are going to show to the world whatever people may try tricks on us. We are not bothered. We have to go further and further. Like Ganesha, we can say a huge big elephant tied with all kinds of ropes and all kinds of chains can go and push forward. In this manner, we all Sahaja Yogis are going to work it out. But the ladies of Sahaja Yoga have to work it out. They have to see that they give that power to their men. If I find any husband weak, I know it's the wife who is a nagger or who is a dominating person, or who thinks no end of herself. And if I see the man so powerful, I know there is a woman behind him. It's just like electricity and a light and a lamp. If the electricity is flowing all right, the lamp is burning. Absolutely that. But if you are identified with the stupid vain women, then you are lost. You'll be finished. If you know what I am, if you know what I am saying, and if you try to follow what you have to do, then you will immediately see that Mother is trying to strengthen our roots. Because you are the roots of the trees. You have to give all the nourishment. You have to be motherly, sisterly towards all the other Sahajogis. Not to quarrel, to fight, to say hard things. That's not the job of a woman. Not to argue. But be quiet and watch out. Even if they are catching on certain chakras, you can cleanse them very well as wives. You can work it out secretly. You can do it. Because the problem, though it looks so dangerous and so destructive and shocking, the keys are in the hands of the women of today. They can just solve the problem like that if they decide and understand their glory and their value and do not make themselves cheap, hankering after cheap popularity. If I have been able to nail down this great problem to a very precise source of it, and if you can manage the source, I'm sure we can manage Sahaja Yoga, we can manage the whole world, and the humanity at large is going to be absolutely saved, as that is your desire. May God bless you. William, you are such a good boy, right? You're such a good boy. What happens? Such good boy. And Anne, you are such a good girl, aren't you? Yes. Then you should not become involved with people who try to distract your mind. Alright? Because you are so good. You must tell them. Like Olympia tells them, no, just now mother is speaking. You have to grow, isn't it? You have to become great, isn't it? So, we shouldn't listen to people who try to distract you. Even when mother is speaking, there are vibrations flowing, isn't it? Can you feel my vibrations? Then you should not talk to anybody else and pay attention to anyone, because I want you to become great people. You are all going to be great, aren't you? Yes. And you're going to help me, isn't it? All right. So may God bless you. Who is sitting in the sun today? Raise your hands. Ah. Who else? There. Who's that? Ah. All right for you people is all right. Who is this side? Is all right for you. Who else? All right, all right. Not for you. Your wife could say, but not you. She's very sweet. She's the only person who raised her hand to say that she dominates her husband. Means she does not. Any man who says he's henpecked means he's not. Otherwise, how dare he say? But somehow, today, the vibrations of joy are quite a lot. I could not contain within myself. I don't know what's the reason, something good is happening somewhere. Must be. Otherwise, I don't know why I'm feeling this way today. I'm feeling very happy and joyous. And I just have to say that one should not lag behind. I want all of you to enjoy in the same way as I am enjoying. If there are any doubts in your mind, you should ask me, please. Can you ask me questions? If you want, you can ask me questions. It's a good idea. Everybody asks me questions except for Sir Yogis, that's not a good idea. That can mean that I am sort of never allow you to think. Of course I don't, but... because you jump into thoughtless awareness. But now if you can get out of it, you can ask me some questions, will be a good idea. Let's have some questions. Yes, 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 yes.
Mother, sometimes when I'm meditating, I'm thoughtless, I hope, and I feel the vibrations, and I don't necessarily feel any catches, but I want to go deeper and I don't know how to make that happen.
Now, sit down. Now, we have concepts, you see, about our depths also. When we say we want to go deeper, means what?
It's the joy.
It's the joy. Now, if you don't feel the joy, then you should find out within yourself, have you put your mother into your heart? More than anybody else. As the Gurus ask a question as soon as you go to them. Will you sacrifice your life for me? Of course, I don't want you to, but they ask a question. Will you sacrifice your life for me? It's a little bit, you have to open up. Just put me in your heart. I'm at your service. Wherever you say, I'll sit there. If you want, you can put it in your head or in your heart. Anywhere you want me to go, I'll be there. But better to be in the heart. Because in the brain I'm too much knowledge. Maybe it's too much for you. But if your brain is too much, then it's better you put me in the brain and the heart both. Even if your liver is too much, then you can put me in your heart, brain and in your liver. I can become the minutest of a minute. Can you believe that? How can I go into your heart? I do. All right? Good. Now what else? There should be some nice questions like that.
Why are we born with an ego and a superego?
Was he?
Why do we have superego and ego?
It's a very series of things you have. First you have Ida and Pingala. You have Ida and Pingala, you have to have left and right sympathetic. You have to have left and right sympathetic because you have to use them. You have to use them because you have to know what is freedom. You have to have freedom because you have to know what is right and what is wrong. You have to know that because ultimately you have to reach the complete freedom. So you have to be trained. Are you all right now? Is there any other question? Yes?
Mother, you spoke to us about dominating women today, and I think it's appropriate for me to
क्या
ask
कर?
this on this point.
Come here, I can't hear you. पसीना छूट गया.
Mother, talking about the woman dominating,
About what?
about dominating women, I like to ask Mother, in a situation like this, a Sahaja Yogi has the usual advice Mother gave, like shoe beating and bandhans and so on.
Shoe beat?
Shoe beat and bandhan. Apart from that, is there other advice you give to Sahaja Yogis to cope with this situation, please?
Shoe beat and some more. I mean, you see, as it is, after shoe beating, your hands get so tired that I have never told you anything to be done later on, because your hands are really very tired. There are so many other things you can do. If somebody tries to dominate or this thing, of course, shoe beating is one of them. Then collective shoe beating. You have to tell people shoe beat X, Y, Z like that, and then beat. But you can write the name of the person, give it a bandhan, and burn it. You can write the name of the person on a paper and you can bury it. You can take a lemon in your hand and take the name of that person 11 times and cut it. There's another way, very easily you can do it, is to put that person at the lotus feet of your mother. But then it's dangerous. Can be very dangerous. So if you do not want to have that much of danger, then you can put it at the lotus feet of Sadashiva. That would be little milder. But to improve her life, talk to her. Because whatever you say is a mantra now. You are all saints. You are certified saints, I have told you. Whatever you say is a mantra. Whatever you do is an ashirvad. Nobody dare touch you. If they try to do it, they'll have to pay for it. I know somebody who works in the airport and he knows about my powers. One day somebody tried to trouble him. He said, "Be careful, my mother is very powerful." The another one who tried this got heart attack. The another one got cancer. The fourth one, he described him as he got an accident. I said, "I don't do all that, please." He said, "No, my mother is very powerful. You don't touch me. I am her son." He's not a regular Sahaja-yogi, he cannot attend our programs and all that, but he's very much rested within himself. Also, some people take a thread and tie up knots with the name of a person 11 times and burn the thread. These rituals can be avoided very easily if you put just Mother's bandhan around him, but depends on your own surrendering. Anything else? Just help me to take out my sweater. Any other problem? You must ask me, otherwise you see, hello.
Yes, this photograph you showed yesterday, what are those pictures? You know, on that photograph you showed us, there's some lights above the head of the people. Can you say something more, please?
What is saying?
He's asking about the photograph, Shrimaji. What are the lights above the people's heads?
Oh, that's it. That means you are yogis and saints. The light is coming out of your heads. Now, that shows that the Kundalini has risen and is ignited now and writing my name. The other day I saw a very beautiful painting by El Greco in Spain, and there he had shown saints with the light coming out of their heads and hands like this. Wanted to buy that, but it has become so dark that I said I will make a copy out of it. I will buy that. It's a beautiful painting. It's absolutely showing the light coming out of the head and the hands like this. You know, Hari, you are a yogi, you know that. But still you can't accept it, is the problem. You are getting all the blessings, why? But be careful. Many people are getting. Like there's a miracle in Hari's life that he has been able to discover something for which he's got quite a lot of money, job, everything, honor. Harsh has got suddenly a lot of money because he has been driving me. Suddenly, from somewhere, he got inherited a lot of money. So many of you have been blessed because God wants to do that for you. He wants to look after you. But these can be temptations, so be careful. Some other question?
I'm sorry, Shrimaji. Kalpana phoned and spoke to Nita. They're at the flat in London and she has some important thing that she wants to talk to you about.
What about?
Well, she didn't say what. Shall I telephone and try and find out what it is?
She is not coming here?
immediately comes a question. I'm new. I don't know much about this. You have mentioned training. Could you explain to me, or to others who does not know much, the word realization? What does it mean at all? How far people realize they can describe it to me that it is that. I cannot claim I understand everything with my limited sense intelligence, if I have any. Could you kindly throw some light to grasp it, to what level we can achieve in this human form?
What's he say?
I think he's asking Shumanji because he doesn't understand what realization is, and also asking, could you explain to what level we can ascend?
I think you are going to come and see me, all right? So I'll make you understand. Should not think of the future. Think of the present. Where are we? That's very important. Because if I say you can even become God, what's the use? And you should not take me for granted on such things. You have to see for yourself how you move. Because sometimes I've seen Sahaja Yogis suddenly start thinking they're very high up without judging themselves. Because I've said it about somebody, they start thinking they have become that. So it's best is to see where we are, what we are up to, and you're going to come and see me, I'll explain to you. Can you come? Acha, tell me then, Harsh will tell me. You have right, Vishuddhi. Problem. What's it? All right, just put your hand there and sit down and just put your right hand towards me and say, Mother, you are Sri Krishna, that's all. It will all work out. All right? Anybody else having physical problem? Come here. Better? Just one thing, 16 times. You can treat yourself. Yeah.
Problem with asthma, Mother.
Where?
In the chest. Yeah.
Asthma. All right. Now, you do one thing, take some ice in your left hand, in a plastic bag, put it here, put right hand towards the photograph.
Right hand.
Right hand towards the photograph. All right? That's all. ये सब नए लोग हैं.
Mother, it's about my attention. When I meditate, you say to put you in your heart, to clean your heart. So I put you in my heart. But also, your attention is supposed to be at the top of your head. So I don't know whether it's sort of going up and down. I'm not sure where to keep my attention. In my heart or here.
You hold your breath 3 times and think in your heart that I am the mother of the universe. That's all. This has to be corrected. There's a problem there, that's why. Unless until you correct this problem, the attention, not only the attention, but even Kundalini goes there. So you have to correct that thing, which I noticed yesterday, you have a centered heart. But you have come to Sahaja Yoga now, few days back, it will get corrected in no time. Right? You have to put your right hand towards the photograph, left hand here. And you have to hold your breath. All of you can do it. Hold your breath. And say Jagdamba, Jagdamba, Jagdamba. Now you are holding the breath. So how can you say? You have to think. Now leave it. Again hold it once more. Put your left hand, right hand towards me. Good. Now leave it. Again hold it. Now leave it. All right? That's fine. May God bless. Come here. Yes, please. Yeah.
Got a very deep left pituitary problem, the failure shrugging name.
What's the problem?
And I've worked hard on it for some time, so I've actually done you.
क्या करें?
ये pituitary problem है और पैरों में इनको
Now, you put your hand here. And 16 times you have to say, Mother, I am not guilty. You can sit on your chair comfortably. Sit on your chair and say it 16 times from your heart. May God bless you.
Could you tell us, we're supposed to have free will, but sometimes we feel that some people and situations impose their will upon our free will. So if we have got free will, how is it that other people are able to impose their will upon us?
कहते हैं सहयोग में फ्री विल होना चाहिए सहयोग में फ्री विल होना चाहिए कहते हैं इनका फ्री विल नहीं है कई बार देखते हैं कुछ लोग इनको इस तरह से डोमिनेट करते हैं कि उनका फ्री विल नहीं रहता तो ऐसा क्यों होता है सहयोग में
See, there is no free will as such in Sahaja Yoga. Is the will of God, will of your spirit. Now, those people who talk of free will, they talk when they have no freedom. But when you have freedom, you don't say you should have the will of the freedom. Say the sun is shining. Sun doesn't say that I am the sunlight, does it? In the same way you are free. No one can dominate. No one can try to put you down. If they do it, it's your weakness. If anybody dominates you, just ignore. Nobody can dominate you. They're stupid people. Supposing the grass thinks it can suppress the steel, what will the steel say? All right, have your time. Get lost. Nobody can dominate. I realize so. Just ignore. There are stupid fool buffoons who do that. You are a free bird. Nobody can dominate you. And if somebody tries, I'll look after that part. You leave it to me. That's more dangerous though.
compassion or humility
Huh?
how can we be more compassionate and more humble
By being so. I don't know how to say it because I'm too much of it, so I just don't know. How can you be compassionate? Mentally you cannot. Mentally if you try to tell yourself, I have to be compassionate, I have to be compassionate, I have to be compassionate, then you'll become very aggressive because you'll be fed up with yourself. I mean, human beings are really funny, aren't they? I once went to see a film with a lady. And we saw a film where they have shown a daughter-in-law being tortured by the mother-in-law. So then she said, "Well, would you like to come to my house?" I said, "All right." We went to their house. And what I found, that she was just went there and started shouting at her daughter-in-law. There she was crying in the film. She cried, I thought the oceans will start falling. When we went home, she was so cruel with her daughter-in-law. I was amazed. I said, now the tears started falling from my eyes. She said, "What's the matter? You didn't cry in the film, why are you crying here?" I said, "That was artificial, this is real." First, I think the compassionate person is a person who doesn't worry about himself. I am so unhappy. This has gone wrong with me. Also, a person who is compassionate will not think what others are doing for you or others are not doing for you. When you are so much involved with yourself, you cannot be compassionate. So, to see yourself that you are worried about others, you think about others. When you humble down, when you see somebody who is so much higher than you, not in the way you are successful, not in the way that you have more money, not in the way that somebody can give big speeches and can appear to be very dominating, but somebody who is extremely humble and generous. That sort of a personality when you meet, then you feel very elated and you try to follow that person, the way that person is. So you see the compassionate qualities of a person and appreciate it. But if you start appreciating the dominating qualities of some person and think that, oh, look at this person, how he articulates, how he manages, how he can produce certain results, then you have lost. But if you see to somebody who is compassionate, who is generous, who is kind, who thinks about everybody else, then you learn that you are much less than that person.
एक और प्रश्न कि आपने जो औरतों की प्रॉब्लम के बारे में लेक्चर में बताया,
कौन सा?
औरतों की प्रॉब्लम के बारे में जो कहा है, उसके बारे में आदमियों को क्या करना चाहिए?
There is a question of the men, from the men's side. What should they do about the problems of women? They need not do it. That is their problem, not yours. You just ignore. Know that you are yogis, nobody can dominate you. But if they are dominating, it is their problem and they have to correct it. Somebody who is afraid of the wife has written down, I think. And what you can do is to beat such a person with shoes, or you can make a pillow and give it a name of that wife and hit it hard. And 2 more from my side. But there are men who are very dominating. And they are losing in their domination, I must say. Actually, they have overdone it. So now they are paying for what they have done. But you need not now anymore, finished now, done. They have been very dominating before, men. So now they have to pay for what they have done, isn't it? In China, I once said that I'm sorry to see that so many Britishers are taking drugs. So the Chinese said it's good for them. They gave us drugs, let them have some drugs now. They don't think from the collective point of view that we are human beings, they are human beings, as we have suffered, they should not. Like the Hitler dominated the Jews. Now Jews said, all right, we'll dominate. Action and reaction. So one should get out of this action and reaction. Just ignore it. Just ignore. Action and reaction should not be there because then you play into the hands. Just ignore. Finish it off. Because women have been dominated, so they are dominating. Now you dominate them. Then they dominate. All your lives and lives after lives you do this. When are you going to enjoy each other's company? Even if you leave them for 2 minutes, they start fighting. You open the film, they are fighting. On the street if you go, they are fighting. Anywhere you go, they are fighting. Why do they marry? I don't know. This is the problem. That's why. Take Buddha's name and it will disappear. It's the right agya. What else?
कह रहे हैं कि कई लोग वाइब्रेशन से पूछते हैं सवाल, तो किसी को गर्म आता है, किसी को ठंडा आता है, तो इसको कैसे यूज़ करें इस पावर को? वाइब्रेशन से क्या पूछना चाहिए, कैसे पूछना चाहिए? अलग अलग जवाब.
See, best way is to meditate first of all and to make yourself perfected. Then automatically you will know. But I have seen people who go very far, still they lose their balance. So that means they require more of meditation and understanding. But normally, if you use my photograph and ask questions, you will get right answers with proper protocol. Not like this, standing with a stick, Mother, tell me now. That we don't. Huh? That your attention is soft. If you, what is it? The whole economics is based in spoiling your attention. First of all, the machinery started. The machinery is like a Rakshasa, a devil, which has to create. Now when they create, they have to attract your attention. If they don't attract your attention, how will they sell? So they create advertising, this, that, all kinds of. They work it out. They make it very, very attractive, that they can sell their things. Then they find you are insensitive to their attractions, so they put horrible things like nude men, nude women, bathrooms, something. I mean, bathroom should shock normally a person or vomit, but somehow or other it is very much appreciated, bathroom scenes, to attract your attention. So the Ganesha starts becoming angry with you, and the attention gets disturbed. So many things are done all the time in the Western culture these days, because of industrial values, that your attention gets disturbed. So I'm not surprised at that. But to put this attention right is to see for yourself, where does your attention go? Where does it move? I had told people that when you walk, look at the grass. Thank the Mother Earth that she has given us such a soft, nice, velvety grass for us to see. Look at the trees and look at the children. But don't raise your eyes beyond 3 feet. In 3 feet you can see if there's a car is coming, elephant is coming, and an ant is moving. So only up to 3 feet you should keep your eyes. Try to keep it at 3 feet. And the best thing you see are the children and the flowers. Most of the beautiful flowers are grown at the height of 3 feet. So you need not raise your eyes higher and your attention will settle down. It is very simple to do. This is the curse of modern times. I have seen people, the way they go on looking, sometimes I feel their neck will break. The way they go on looking, just don't know what to do. They're Vishuddhis, how can they be all right? But you are honest, and you are a seeker, and you want to ascend. So there are so many forces which will create atmosphere for you, which will be very pure and nice. And you will feel happy to see even above 14 feet, 15 feet, 16 feet above your heads. And nothing will happen to your attention. As saying that also, attention is going. They call it the 14 stages into which one moves. Already I have said above 14. What else? Yes. क्या कह?
जो लोग भगवान में विश्वास नहीं रखते उनको सहयोग के बारे में कैसे बताएं?
Oh, they are the best. Because these days to believe in God means all blindness, all stupidity. Believing in any religion is the greatest stupidity. Because they are not religions at all. So those who do not believe in God, tell them, do you believe in yourself? They say, yes, I do. That of course they cannot deny. Where is yourself? Start it from there. Where is it lost? She'll say, I believe in this thing. I say, who are you to believe? Because you have read something, because you have certain ideas, because you are conditioned like this, because you are reacting to something, that's why you say. But actually, you believe because of your ego or your conditioning. You are not believing because it's the reality. It's easy to talk to them than to people who are ardent something. Horrible. Can't talk to them. So forget about such ardent believers. Better not fight with them.
वाइब्रेशंस ठीक से फील नहीं होती उसके लिए क्या करें? वाइब्रेशंस के लिए क्या करें? सेंसिटिव नहीं है वो।
क्या नहीं होते?
सेंसिटिव नहीं है वाइब्रेशंस को, फील नहीं होते ठीक से।
Put your left to the right. 108 times. And now raise the Kundalini.
Sometimes see spots in front of the eye, and I wonder, is this for that here or?
What sort of spots? Black or white or shining or?
Black.
तो काले डॉट्स दिखाई देते हैं आँखों के आगे.
You should put bandhans to them and try to drive them out, that's all. After some time they'll disappear. Also left agya, that's why. So ask somebody to put a light behind you, or you can put some light, photograph and a light. Left hand towards the photograph, right hand on the Mother Earth, and a light behind.
Mother, you are the Adishakti, the limited one. We are small, moving. How we can know you, always small.
क्या कहें?
कहते हैं कि आप आदिशक्ति हैं, हम बहुत छोटे हैं आपके सामने, तो किस तरह से हम आपको बेहतर पहचान सकते हैं? इसके लिए क्या करें?
Better not try. You must see as much as you can see. Shouldn't try to see something more. Supposing you want to see the sun, all right, see it as much as you can see, but don't see it too much. How much you can bear, you will understand me automatically, because I am compassion. We have to give a hand to Sandra for one thing. One day I was coming from Italy, and Guido told me that he needs 16,000 pounds to start some sort of a project. I said, really, I don't know if I have so much in my bank, but let's see. And when I reached the airport, she brought me an envelope. She gave it to me. It had exactly 16,000 pounds worth of liras. And she said, Mother, use it the way you like. I just told her that she is one with the Adishakti, definitely. Because how she acted so fast. With those 16,000 pounds then, I must say, that Guido told me I may not need it with me, Mother. I said, you keep it with you. Then he told me you won't need it just now. So I said, all right. I went there next time. I told him we'll buy all the things here for Shuddhi camp. So I bought from Shuddhi camp, for Shuddhi camp, all the marble, all the tiles, all the sanitary fittings, what else? Everything. In one day, in Milan, in one day. All that you see. And when the bill came, it was 16,100 pounds. And also the curtains, I'm sorry. Part of it. So, I told the Serjogis in England that you have to buy timber worth 16,000 pounds and send it to Italy because timber is very expensive there. But imagine, all these things cost us only that much. So a barter system was organized and it worked so well. So we have to give her a hand actually. Also, we have to give a hand to golden builders who have built this place so beautifully and have done, to all of them who have been members of golden builders. Also, we have to give a hand to people who worked behind the scenes like cooking and other things, those who came down here and worked so hard, who are not a member of Golden Builders also, who have brought the Shuli camp to us. Now we have to give the hand to the doctors who are going to start their clinic and are going to produce great results for the English. We have to also give hand to all the musicians who are going to come and practice their music every weekend and are going to create some wonderful music for Sahaj Yogis and others. All those who are involved with Sahaj Yoga and have doing good work in Sahaj Yoga, I better give them a hand. It's a beautiful place and we have created a very beautiful area for you where you could come and do lots of things. We could have exhibitions of artists, we can have children's educational center, we can have so many things in this place, but we have to think about it, what we can do. Now, this belongs to all of us and does not belong to any one of us also. Here we have to learn renunciation, because when you own a large house like this and a beautiful house like that, immediately your Mahalakshmi Tattva rises. This is your own house. So, with the Mahalakshmi Tattva, you start renouncing all that is I-ness, mine, possessiveness, and you start becoming absolutely a renounced person who has renounced everything and is living in the plenty. And that should happen to all of us. You are always welcome to come and spend weekends here and to work it out. But it should not be used as a babysitter, that you send all your children because you want to have a holiday. If any child is coming here, the parents must also come. You should not utilize this place for sending away children here. You should all come and stay here and meditate. It should not be used for a purpose of that kind. I think every weekend you can hold a small little seminar. Every weekend people can come here and can enjoy not a holiday but real working day of Sahaj Yoga. So at the end of this seminar, I would like to thank all of you, all the Sahaj Yogis who have come here and have looked after my family who have now disappeared. I don't know where are they. On their behalf, I would like to thank you all. And also to thank you for organizing this beautiful, cordial meeting of all the people. Also, I would like to thank all the Sahaj Yogis who have come from abroad and who strengthen the will of the people to work for Sahaj Yoga, because they are doing great work in their own countries. they are establishing one after another so many ashrams. While in UK we are very slow. Half of them come in and half of them disappear. They let you down so much. It's very hurting sometimes the way people behave in UK. Whatever it is, I go on forgiving them and forgiving them, but there's a point to which one has to go. So it is the responsibility of the English Sahaja Yogis who have been blessed by this beautiful place to dedicate more time to meditation. Bring all your family, come here, try to meditate, think this is your ashram where you have to live and work it out. All of you should try to do it, and I'm sure your progress will be much faster. May God bless you.